Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Amnesia Memories on Shin's route in Heartworld. We're having a little private fireworks festival of our own, the people I work with and Shin, because apparently I'm not well enough to actually go to the big fireworks show. So everybody was nice enough to come here with me for a little private one. And I was sitting over here by myself in the corner with a little sparkler, and Shin came over to sit with me and talk. Alright, well, let's see how the rest of this little fireworks show goes. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. Would you be okay with it being so loud? Why not? It's not like I dislike loud and exciting things. Oh, I see. That's unexpected. He doesn't seem that way at all. We've talked about it again, right? About my dad? A drunk guy picked a fight with him. And when he punched him, he happened to hit a really bad spot, and the guy died from it. I'm sure you can imagine, but after that, everyone started avoiding me, too. It wasn't exactly bullying. They were just afraid, I guess. Back then, I wasn't as unfriendly with others as I am now, so it was really hard for me to bear it all. They all looked at me as if I were some sort of demon. I understand now why they treated me like that, and I know what we did to the dead guy and his family was terrible. My dad was drunk too, so he wasn't able to hold back. There's plenty of blame to go around. But back then, I was just a little kid. I couldn't understand why people called my dad a murderer. I couldn't understand why people alienated me like that. But even back then, you and Toma didn't change at all. When people jeered at me, you defended me, and you brought me out to places like this. There were a lot of places I wasn't able to go, so it was kind of annoying. But if you and Toma weren't there, I doubt I would have been able to be around other people like this. I never told you before your accident happened, but I'm grateful. It's because you made the effort. I wasn't trying. I was just going with the flow, but I'm trying now. I thought I couldn't do anything about the way people saw me because of my dad, or skipping college because we have no money. But I was just using my misfortune as an excuse. It doesn't matter what my dad did. I just need to become someone who nobody can criticize. If I get into a good university and get good grades, I can make my own future. If I can get a scholarship, it won't matter how little money my family has, and I can get that by studying. I'd given up hope and I stopped trying, but you made me realize that I could make something of my life. That's why I won't give up again. I never told you this before either. Maybe this is something you can think about to yourself. Anyway, how about we call those loud people over here? You just sit tight. I'll be right back.
Shin's got a lot of issues too. He seems kind of arrogant, but he's had a lot to overcome that made his attitude like that. And you shared in those memories with him tonight. Let's get all your memories back quickly for Shin's sake too.
August 12th.
No work today, no plans either. I've started to expect Shin to show up on days like this. But now that I think about it, he's studying for exams. Is it really okay for him to take days off? Maybe he's actually going out of his way to make time for you and help you recover memories. From what we heard yesterday, it sounds like Shin's normal coldness isn't the reason people are scared of him. Oh, someone's coming. Wait, it's Sawa and Toma. I wonder what's going on.
What was with that face? This is really bad. Shin's been arrested again.
What?
Sawa, calm down. He wasn't arrested. He went along willingly. It's all the same. He was taken away by the police. They were saying that it was really scary when it happened. She's talking about Shin's parents. They called my parents, but I don't know any of the details.
No way. Wouldn't that mean they seriously suspect him in causing your accident? They can't accept that this was just an accident? I thought this whole thing was over.
Anyway, I'll head over to the police station and try to dig up whatever information I can about what's going on. Just make sure you keep your heads on, and don't do anything rash. Stay with Sawa until I get back. Yeah, I'm here for you. It'll all be okay. This isn't really a situation where we can guarantee that. Oh well. Hey, Toma! I'll get going now. It'll be okay. Shin hasn't done anything wrong. The police will see that too. You don't need to worry about anything, alright? I'll go make some tea. Mind if I use the kitchen? Do you have anything sweet in here? Sweets are the best thing to eat when you're feeling down. Ah! Oh boy. Sorry, I broke a cup. I'm so sorry. I'll buy you a new one, okay? Let's go shopping together. Oh, I know. Maybe Shin could come along too. I'm sure he'll be back in no time. You two haven't really done any couple-y things, have you? Sawa. It's okay. There's nothing to worry about. My hand just slipped a little. I'm okay. But if there really isn't anything to worry about, Toma wouldn't have been in such a rush. This accident happened in Shinano a long enough time ago that there's really no need for them to come all the way out here. It seems now like their suspicions are pretty serious. Huh. Something's fishy. To tell you the truth, I wasn't able to figure out much. People can't exactly demand information in the middle of an ongoing investigation. There's no way they'd disclose that. There is just one thing, though. This is just a guess, but I thought of one possible reason. I saw the person who investigated Shin's father talking to the police investigating the Shinano accident. Oh, great, one of those. We can assume that information about Shin's father has already reached the Shinano investigators. Wait a second. Does that mean they're suspecting Shin just because his father murdered someone? It wasn't murder. It was involuntary manslaughter. But regardless, that seems to be the case, which is ridiculous. That's not right. Shin didn't do anything. Of course, and I doubt that's the only reason behind it. There was a conflict in the testimonies that made the police suspicious. They let him off for a while because the victim defended him, but they're having some concerns about it now. Either that, or they found some new evidence that shows malicious intent. No way! Shin wouldn't do something like that. I believe so too. Anyway, if you're questioned by the police, deny any wrongdoing on Shin's part. He went willingly, so combined with that, they should have some sense to release him somewhat soon. Although they did take away a man who had already been bought in once already. This time it could be longer. Oh, Dirili, why did you run away when he asked you out, when he asked to stay over?
No contact from Shin. I guess he hasn't been released yet. I wonder how the investigation is going. Why did it all have to turn out like this? Shin isn't that kind of person. I'm finally starting to believe that myself now. Oh, it's time to sleep already. You have work tomorrow. Hey, are you okay? Can you go to work?
August 13th.
You broke another one.
Send me home before I go into debt over breaking stuff.
The manager's glaring at us.
How can you tell? He looks normal to me.
Dirili, don't feel too down. You can't help it. It's not exactly a great time for you to be working after all.
Dirili, come with me.
Here it comes.
I heard about your situation from Toma. It sounds like Shin was arrested.
Well, it wasn't exactly an arrest, was it? Although, I guess it's the same thing.
But as the cafe manager, I can't overlook your performance anymore. You've broken several plates, put in 13 orders incorrectly, and I can't even count how many times you needed to ask for an order again.
Oh, that is really bad.
The most surprising thing was when you put those berries in that latte, but luckily the customer was happy with it. I know how you feel, but you should go home for today. Do you understand?
I'm very, very sorry.
I'll let Shin know when he gets back that you were very worried about him. Until then, you should take some time off.
Thank you, manager.
Today sure was rough. We caused a lot of problems for everyone. We'll need to repay them when things settle down. But it's not like you can help being upset right now. You're worried about Shin. Oh, someone's here. Huh? Who is this guy?
I'm Osabe from the Shinano Police Department. I'd like to ask you a few more questions about your accident.
Gah, he's a detective. What should we do? What should I do? Is this an interrogation? No, I doubt it. You're the victim after all. He probably just wants information.
But we don't remember.
Hello? Is something the matter?
Anyway, let's hear him out.
I'm glad you seem well. Now then, would you mind answering a few questions? What's happening with Shin? He's willingly cooperating with the investigation. We've experienced no problems with him.
Really? He's willingly cooperating, but we can't even contact him?
If you don't mind, let's begin. First, I'd like to ask you again about the circumstances of your falling off the cliff. I was running in the dark and slipped.
I see.
Shin did say that, right?
It seems you were trying to flee from the suspect before falling. Why is that? I was a bit embarrassed that he was so close.
I see.
Shin did say that, right?
After the time that you collapsed, do you remember anyone approaching you? I don't know.
I see.
When you regained consciousness, which part of your body felt the most in pain? What kind of question is that? I don't know.
I see.
You say you were in a relationship with this man. Has he had a history of violence or stalking you? No way.
I see.
Thank you for your cooperation. Your answers were most helpful. I'll be taking my leave now.
Phew, that was nerve-wracking. I wonder if Shin's been going through this for 2 whole days. No, I'm sure Shin's being questioned a lot more intensely about all this. I wonder if Shin's okay. I'm worried.
Received a new message. Are you okay? I'm home now. It seems they'll let me keep going to school. I'm under observation, and I'm going back to the police station when I have time, so I doubt we can meet up for a while. Toma told me you were really upset. By the way, guess where I saw him? He was sitting right in front of the police station waiting. You guys were both more agitated about it than I am. Just calm down, I'll be fine. And how can we be calm about this?
Hey, you look a lot better than you did yesterday. Could it be that Shin came back? Whatever the case, you don't seem very happy about what has been going on, it seems.
He's been freed at least, but he said he's under surveillance, and that the investigation hasn't concluded yet.
Apparently there haven't been any change in their suspicions. I see, but I know Shin would never do something like that to you, Dirili.
Seriously, but their actions make sense. It would be a huge problem if he did do something.
Anyway, let's open up the cafe. Could both of you get ready?
Welcome back, madam.
Home sweet home. I'm tired. It looks like you didn't make any major mistakes today, but you seemed really down. Tomorrow you had the day off. The prep school should be off too. Shin would normally be able to visit. If Shin were here, you could talk more about the past, or go visit some more old hangouts like before. But he probably can't come now. Hey, I just got an idea. Maybe we could investigate the accident too. I don't know what kind of new evidence the police have picked up, but we know some facts at least. Like when you collapsed, you had that memory of Shin finding you. And when the police came to talk to you, they asked if you remembered anyone coming to rescue you. Everyone said that Iki and Kent were the ones that found you, though. They seem to think that you don't remember what happened. But your memories of the time say otherwise. If that memory ties into the day in question, then Shin was there. It's just nobody knows it. It might be possible that the police found some evidence to support the fact that Shin was there. Although, if that's the case, then that means that Shin could be hiding something.
I'm surprised that Ukyo hasn't showed up yet. Maybe he had something to do with this all. That memory might not be of the accident. I was thinking that.
That's possible too. And it seemed like even Shin didn't have any idea about it either. It might be worth investigating that too, just to be sure. We asked all of your co-workers who were there that day, but there were other guests that helped out in the search as well. Those people might know something that we haven't heard yet. There's no harm in asking them. You got their contact information from the owner, remember? Tomorrow's the day off. If Shin doesn't contact you, then we'll just need to work alone.
August 15th.
Looks like no contact from Shin. It seems like it's about time for you to start investigating this yourself. 9 people were staying at the Shinanoji Mountain Lodge that day. You, Shin, Toma, Mine, and Sawa were together, and there were the 2 other guys, Iki and Kent. The last 2 were a guy and a girl. The guy was Ukyo, no address. The girl was Rika, a college student.
Ah, so Ukyo was there.
It doesn't matter who you go to first, but maybe you should start with the girls. You could probably disguise it as girl talk. The only girl left who you haven't met yet is Rika. She's a 4th-year college student. Looks like there's an address and a phone number in the information you got from the owner. You should give her a call and see if you can meet up somewhere.
Don't you think it's kind of weird? I mean, calling someone randomly that you only just happen to have met?
I just hope she's an honest person.
1 hour later.
Alright. We were lucky that you were able to arrange a meeting, but it's not like we know what she looked like, even if she showed up. I know she was all,
I'm sure you'll remember me when you see me.
but I really doubt that. I mean, you got amnesia. I wonder if you'll be okay. Maybe she's already here and you just don't recognize her.
Well, that would be embarrassing. My sincere apologies for the wait, Dirili.
What? What's with this super elegant girl?
I'm Rika. It's nice to see you again.
A memory. So seeing her was enough. Did some of your memories just come back? I'm definitely surprised, though she'd be pretty hard to forget.
It appears that your injury wasn't too serious. At the time of the accident, I assumed you were going to die.
Don't assume things like that.
So then, what was it you needed? I actually have a meeting to attend, so would you mind making it quick?
And what kind of meeting could that be? Oh, whatever. Alright, let's keep it brief. I'm worried about the love triangle the owner mentioned, but the most important question is about Shin. If you ask weirdly, she might start to suspect Shin, so maybe you should choose your words wisely.
Who searched for me that day? Who? Why, everyone but Shin. Wouldn't it have been better to ask your friends about something like that?
No, we already asked them anyway.
I was quite shocked. I don't remember anything very clearly, but I do know that it was a major ordeal. Also, it had crossed my mind that it might have been a very unique chance to appeal to Mr. Iki.
Stop it! You shouldn't say selfish things like that at a time like this. And what's with adding Mr.? There's no need for honorifics.
I did participate in the search for a while, though. If you hadn't been found in time, I would not have been able to sleep well knowing that I didn't even try to help.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd lose sleep over it. But just so you know, normal people would say it's because they were worried about her.
Yeah, at least say that. At least claim it. Anyway, why do you ask? The events of the night are already in the past, are they not? It was my impression that the authorities had declared it an accident. Why do you feel the need to bring it up again?
Huh. Should you mention Shin?
It seems there are circumstances. Regardless, I think that huge idiot Kent would know the most about the events from then.
What? Huge idiot?
Kent was the one leading the search team that night, after all. That man was monopolizing all of Mr. Iki's time, and he was bossing us around. If you find the need to question him, you can find him in the math lab here on Wednesdays. That's about all I know. Now then, will you excuse me?
Sure. That's enough, right? It seems like she doesn't know.
Good day.
What an intense girl. But she sure did mention Iki and Kent a lot. It looks like we'll have to go to them for more information. Wednesday's not until the day after tomorrow. You have the day off from work, so we should come back then. I want to do something about your memories, but still.
We're here already. Couldn't we just go look for Kent and Iki while we're here?
You're making progress. At the same time, I don't feel like I'm separating from you at all. Maybe there's something really important sealed away, and that's what's binding me to you. In that case, the only option is to keep learning more, little by little, until we can solve this. To do that, you're going to need to get closer to the truth.
August 16th. Halfway through the month already. More than halfway.
Welcome back, Master. May I take your order? We just can't calm down. We really need to ask that guy Kent for some answers. I wonder what Shin's doing. Why hasn't he contacted you once? I wonder if he's okay. This isn't the time to be lavishing attention on strangers.
Hey, nice work. But you seem really low energy today.
Oh, it's Sawa. I guess she noticed.
Do you want to go have some tea somewhere? I think it's better than being alone.
That would be nice. Dirili, I think you should relax once in a while.
Darn, looks like you got here first. I was thinking about walking her home. Huh? You too, Toma? Maybe I'm just getting in the way. Why can't we all go do something together? Why does it have to be one or the other? Alright, well, I'm walking with Toma. Alright then, let's go. Wait there after you get dressed. What? That feels rude, especially since Sawa asked me first.
It's really comforting to be around Toma. He's like your older brother, so I'm sure Shin wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't be so sure. I think Shin's a little jealous of Toma. What's wrong? You don't want dinner? Are you feeling pretty wary of me? Just so you know, I've known you since you were born. I don't have any feelings like that towards you.
Shin's known her since she was born too, but he definitely has feelings for her like that.
Alright, I don't really get it, but stop worrying so much. Let's just eat. And try to relax, please. If you can do that for me, I'll do whatever you say later, even if you ask me to leave. Okay, just while we're eating. So, you are feeling really cautious. It's kind of strange being treated like an ordinary guy by you. I hope your memories come back soon. This is just too weird. Although special times like these would disappear when they do come back, I feel a little conflicted thinking about that. How much have you remembered? Even though you lost your memories, you haven't just forgotten that you like Shin, have you? Could you have forgotten something like that? Why, are you going to try to steal me away? I wonder what it feels like to lose your memories.
Why is he so quiet all of a sudden?
Sorry, it's nothing. Let's eat. 1 hour later.
Today ended without any sort of progress. Shin has prep today, right? He said they let him go to school, but does he even have time to study? I know you're feeling down, but try not to get too depressed, Dirili.
There he is.
A call from Shin. This is the first, isn't it?
It's me. You doing alright? Sorry I couldn't contact you. I messaged you about what's been going on. I'm kinda tired. I really want to see you, but I shouldn't be saying that now. Well, you see, the reason I called you is... the thing I said before about us going out. I think I should take that back. I'll stop. It'll just cause you trouble. Just like how my dad killed someone, and I got persecuted too. If I'm treated like a killer, it'll make things harder on you. I'm tough, I can handle it. You don't even remember liking me, right? It's fine. You don't need to force yourself to remember. This might be more convenient. It's okay if you go and fall in love with someone else. Like Toma? This isn't like you.
That's right, it's not like him. If he's suspected of this, he just has to show he's innocent.
I see. It's not like me. Yeah, you're right. Sorry for saying something so pathetic. I always want to look cool in front of you. But I'm serious when I say it's okay for us to break up. If it gets to be too painful for you, just go ahead. Things have been pretty rough, but I've been looking into things and asking questions. Don't worry too much over me. It'll just stress out Toma and Sawa. See you later.
He hung up. He seemed really tired, didn't he? I wonder what he's been looking into.
August 17th.
This is Seichi University. Ken should be at the math lab here today, right? Apparently, he was the one directing everyone on the night of your accident, and was also the one who found you collapsed. You should be able to hear a lot of those details from him. No need to specifically ask him about everything. Let's go. This looks like the math lab. There are 2 men here.
My favorite. Alright, well, we'll talk to these 2 in the next episode before we get into this long discussion. We'll go ahead and break this video here. So I hope to see you there or in some of my other future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.